For so many of us, work is expected. Our job is where we spend almost a third of our life, where we develop lifelong friendships. It's a part of how we define who we are. But for people with disabilities, work is frequently celebrated as a triumph, a monumental achievement. And yet, people with disabilities view a job as an important and expected part of their everyday reality and want the same employment opportunities as anyone else. In short, employment is for everyone. For decades, many people with disabilities, including those with intellectual or developmental disabilities, have been encouraged to work in sheltered environments. In these sheltered environments, the work is usually very repetitive, typically pays less than minimum wage, and separates people with disabilities from wider society. But over the last several years, many states have begun prioritizing services that support employment for people with disabilities in integrated workplaces that pay competitive wages. Aided by advancements in technology and an evolving job market, more people with disabilities are finding success in the same job opportunities as people without disabilities. The Indiana Division of Disability, Aging, and Rehabilitative Services is fully embracing a focus on supporting people with disabilities in integrated workplaces that pay competitive wages and transforming the way everyone views employment for people with disabilities. Maybe the best way to put it is, DDARS and our partners used to ask people if they wanted to work. Now we're asking them where they want to work. In the past, there was a misconception that people with disabilities couldn't safely work alongside their peers without disabilities. This resulted in many job seekers with disabilities entering segregated jobs paying below minimum wage or deciding to remain unemployed. Today, we know it's best to not only encourage employment for people with disabilities, but make it an expectation. In sheltered work environments, there was a common misperception that people with disabilities could perform only minimally challenging work. But we now know individuals with all types of disabilities have successfully obtained rewarding jobs with good pay, even advancing in their careers, and all while working alongside their peers without disabilities. Historically, some parents or guardians have also had concerns their loved ones will lose their disability benefits if they earn a competitive wage. But financial planning and information about how employment affects benefits is readily available for job seekers with disabilities. And in general, people with disabilities will always make more money by working. One stigma we work to overcome with employers is the perception a job seeker with a disability may not be able to perform the work or that it will be costly for the employer to prepare the workplace for a person with a disability. But accommodations don't have to be expensive, and many are free. What's more, employers should expect the same level of performance from employees with disabilities that they expect for all of their employees, with the right accommodations if needed. And frequently, these accommodations can increase productivity for all employees. When people with disabilities find employment, it's always a good day. But it's also just a day, the first of many for people who simply want the same opportunities and fulfillment as everyone else. Plus, a little cash for groceries doesn't hurt either.